Kalish, thank you so much for following. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good rest of the day, wherever you are in the world. Thank you. This is creepy then. They can't see it. Why can I see it then? If Esteem can see it, if Esteem can see these dragons, the only thing I can think of is that we both had at one point possession of eyes. Yeah, because Esteem had Nidhogg's eyes and I had at one point Racevelger's eyes. That's the only thing I could think of. Oh, he does see it too. Yeah, it's because I think it's because that we both had the eyes at one point. You see them too, don't you? The dragons. As I thought, their presence is tenuous at best, but there's no mistaking it. No doubt you're... Oh, my bond with Midgard, sorry. Not with Racevelger? Okay. It is with Midgard, so... okay. Sure, Midgard, so... I thought it was Racevelger. No doubt your bond with Midgard's son and mine with Nidhogg is what allows us to perceive them. Could these be apparitions related to dragons that now live on Etheirys? No. Better leave the conjecture to the others. In any case, we must be careful. We may soon find dragons they can see as well. Death and anguish. What happened to them, I wonder? Maybe I should ride Midgard somewhere here. There's an aetheryte. That makes sense why there's aetherytes. If this is the home of the dragons, they would have aetherytes. Seems these dragons have yet to succumb completely to darkness of this place, meaning the others could see them as well. Look, are those ghosts, do you think? My sight has been restored after a fashion, but I fear I cannot see. Cannot be trusted. If it, as Metean herself has etched these images onto my heart, I no doubt have such a feat within power that she constructed the sanctuary herself. Showing my eyes deceive me. This cannot be possible. Dragons. 'Tis true they're not of our world, but to find them in prison of despair.
Dragons? Here?
What you see is a memory of a world that once was. A world suffering a slow death, whose denizens cried out for the release of oblivion.
What? Their world is dead?
It is. Not a single life remains upon that husk floating in the vast emptiness. These creatures are shadow and shade, perpetuated only to suffuse dynamis with their unending lamentations.
Our friend Thancred, where is he?
A strange question. He is at your side, is he not?
Huh?
Oh, yes. He is here and there, and everywhere within this space. He would tell you himself if he had form to form words. Huh. Such loathing and uncertainty. You don't know why you still exist. In like manner to the oblivion I send, I tried to drown out your ether with dynamis. Beginning with this Thancred, who came at me despite being unable to breathe. Such a simple thing, unmaking men. In the blinking of an eye, he was gone. Didn't even have the chance to be transformed. Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind. What you call the heart? Or perhaps the soul. In his final moment, he cried out from it. A single word. Survive.
Franklin's not dead, is he?
That wish proved stronger than the despair that ruled here. It overpowered it, causing this space to be remade. Into a place you can perceive, and where life can endure. That you draw breath is proof that his soul lives on. For how long, however, remains to be seen.
Franklin's not dead, is he?
Well then, we should hurry and tend to business. Huh?
It's futile. You will never reach the true me. I told you, emotions dictate reality in this space. Such changes as you might work will not alter its nature. You may see, but you cannot touch. Walk, but not advance.
Meteon holds too much sway here. How do we contend with a foe who can unmake us on a whim?
I do not know. But Thancred gave his life that we might come this far. We must press on.
Franklin's not dead, is he?
Agreed. We cannot turn tail here. Not without something to show for our comrade's sacrifice.
That'd be very anticlimactic for Thancred. No. That cannot be. What's going on with this? Wait, my... Simoleon? That's... weird. I think I'm gonna go with Regal Purple. I don't know. Why is there like something like a simoleon? What's going on here? What's this? What's this name here? On burden wings? Why are you... What? Okay. No, I refuse to believe Thancred's gone. No, his soul persists and he is the reason he's still breathing, so maybe. Yeah, I doubt Thancred's dead. I don't know. I had a how we defeat an enemy that we can't attack. I understand now why the Loporits were surprised to find this environment because of same life, but there was no, I refuse to believe Thancred's dead. His spell was strong enough to reshape Ultima Fool that we might survive, that I might see again. His sacrifice was not be wasted. It's hard to believe Thancred was able to overcome Meteon's will, yet here we are. Would that be the price of his victory had not been so high? I don't believe Thancred's gone. Soul without body, a form of being which we are not wholly unfamiliar. Indeed, for we existed, it's a similar state which residing in the first. The circumstances was rather more dire than that. 'Tis true, but I choose to believe he is not forever lost to us. Yeah, no, I don't believe it. In regards, in sacrifice he have offered us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it, and the certain nature of this realm that we might confront and defeat Meteor. Seeing Kingsley, would you accompany me to speaking with these dragons? We hope they can enlighten us. We want everyone else ready. Let's put on and gather what knowledge we may have. I feel like a situation is going to be like everyone will just like disappear and I'll just be alone or whatnot. Be careful! Alpha, no, we're at the edge of the universe. So this isn't really the home of the dragons. It's just they brought the dragon's shades over here, I'm guessing. I don't know. But it wouldn't explain the structures, I don't know. Ere the metal came, my kin were many and splendid, elegant whims like unto ripples on the water, whims possessed of limbs so powerful as to render the land in twain. Worms that I've long since forgotten, faces lost to the tides of time. Beyond that distant veil, paradise lost, so glorious, so beautiful. We are a proud and noble race, strength embodied, we knew only love before they came. Metal monstrosities in black and silver, no bonds of blood did they share, nor conviction did they have to guide them. A crushing defeat, never have we known such shame. Stilled now are the winds, though none could fill these rings, burdened by ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. Dwell on the past, yieldeth naught. Our desires meant little to our destiny unless now, yet regrets find me nevertheless. A visitor, not of this star. Could thy slender hands bring plague to our world, thy breath extinguish life's feeble flame? Oh, how we would adore this. Alas, with time our flesh shall wither, our souls fade, and so we wait for this inexorable march unto oblivion. If thou art not come to hasten our demise, I bid thee leave us. We crave not companionship, only silence. It's really sad here. They can't even be free. They've been trapped. Thou wouldst bid speak me? Folly. I observed the lesson of stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor roar, only watch and wait, and end. But one sight yet stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentation. Null, the cradle of unsung dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight of describable such tragedy. Go, if thy will, I shall remain. Yeah. Is there ether currents here? What? Not down there, jeez. Oh, there's a hole over there. Yeah. Istinia. They led you here as well, did they? It was described to me as a source of their woes and proof of their end. I think I'm beginning to see why. It's a hatching ground. Or was. I've seen similar on Aethyrus. Midgard Summer's kind must have once lived and thrived in a place like this. Vetrus said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife. This, then, is the fate of those who remained. Let's have a look around. Maybe these eggs will have more to tell what happened here. Inside the shattered egg, you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. The gelatinous, half-dried membrane covered the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. Gingerly lifting the large egg for a vicious mire, you peer inside it and see formless mass soaked in a pool of embryonic... I can never pronounce this damn word. Embryo fluid. Your stomach turns as you return the egg to its resting place. A murky liquid has pooled inside the eggshell. The noxious photor is indicative of contamination. So I'm wondering if the eggs got diseased, and that means that, like, they couldn't reproduce anymore, hence why Midgardsormr fled. Egg appears to be broken from the inside out. Perhaps the dragonette within succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. If the dragonette was indeed hatched, there's no sign of it here, or its sire for that matter. We should look for them. You start with the cliff tops and I'll search the plains. Wait, they could be alive? They could be alive? It's a bereaved dragon. Malformed dragon. The boisterous howling have been quieted by thy hand, I presume. Everything all right? I thought I had a dragon or something resembling. Ah, I see what happened here. That was your child. Perhaps some eggs within Alm Knoll are indeed mine. In life within one did quicken. The beast thou hast slain, yet I do not recognize it. Twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure. A testament to our shame. Explain. I'm going to turn off the text. They descended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and rancor, we gave answer. 'Twas a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet they only looked upon their prize. They deemed it unfit for requisition. We were abandoned to our ruin. The survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild a futile effort. In pure soil deplete with ether did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren, and many eggs nurtured with such desolation were fated to rot. What few survived to hatch or emerge as abominations, we shall have no new progeny. Yeah. But there are dragons among you capable to journeying to other stars. That there were. Many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the rival dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, they too were reduced to ash and waste. 'Tis a curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle that we now choose to break. We tire of conflict, of everything. They need to know that there's dragons alive. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed, but there's another star. They need... If only they knew. This dragon just won't listen. A bereaved dragon has fallen silent, leaving the scene with a sigh with frustration. They only want to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself has come to an end. The sole reward for senseless bloodshed, a pain I understand and I wish I did not. What fools we were. But now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we learned. Come. Oh, it's quite far away. I'm just going to teleport. It's really sad. It's so sad. But yeah, the Omega weapons came and destroyed this place. Allowing somebody to help devise a plan of action. The more I see of this place, the more bewildering it becomes. Did you explore, prove eventful, converse with any dragons? Were you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? I see, they wish to escape what they perceive to be the cycle of conflict. Thank you, Kingsley Estinian. As for our part, I believe we are more acutely aware of our confines than before. We started by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off of it. Sadly, there was none to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating around. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? I considered that, so I tried throwing a stone onto the potential platform to judge its integrity. But it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold, it just beyond the boundaries of this island, it vanished, only to reappear before me and fall at my feet. It would not be too quick to presume that we are to see this outside this space as it appears. Which is why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked the operators to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding area. Until we know more, I think it's too risky to attempt flying to another island. What Meteon told us before, the emotions dictate reality here, might be the key. If I'm not entirely sure what emotion might manifest a bridge lead us to safety. We need to get the dragons here to think. If we can make them think there's a future it might build a path. Like there was a path forward. Perhaps it's not Meteons, but the dragons that hold us here. They tie a conflict and a chosen path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they chose no path at all. Meaning there's no way for the dragons or anyone here on this island to advance. A sound theory, disheartening though it may be. If that's the case, what recourse do we have? They're not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on a history of turmoil and strife. Without refutable proof, the future is not as bleak as they believe to be. Perhaps persuasion is not the answer. Meteon meant to make us then and there on Ragnarok, and she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She conceded it was strong enough to empower the despair that otherwise rules Ultima Thule. Reshape it to its degree, perhaps it can be done again in like manner by overpowering the prevailing emotions. 'Twas Ultima Thule's architect, Meteon herself, against whom Thancred did pit himself with clash of wills. Though I marked no leader among them as such, I did chance to counter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than others, potent enough mayhap to dictate. He spoke a few words carefully chosen, their tone and timbre alone threatening to rend our heart in twain, challenging his desire to remain may allow us to alter the island. Alright. I shall guide thee. I'll end, they call him, in dragon tongue. Thou wilt find him nearby, eyes fixated upon the water. Let's get going. What are you thinking, Estinium? Does Estinium have a plan? Does the Azure Dragoon have any plans? Oh, hello. It's so sad here. There's just rock. It's just rock. It's so sad. Well, there's the dragon. Rock. Rock.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached.
Oh.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
Oh, Estinian.
So, waiting to die like all the others, are you? So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the Expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind. Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it, to stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity. And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
Estinian!
Stay back! That bars our way. The rest is up to you.
Estinian?
No! Not Estinian too!
Estinian? Here's the assured again.
There's a wind.
He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did.
Oh, Alphino.
Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
He's not gone. Like I said earlier, our little group is gonna get a little bit smaller. Also, Kiki, thank you so much for the follow. We were in the midst of a cutscene, so. What's the lookout point now? That's very creepy there, I'm not gonna lie. Must be the price paid for safe passage. If I'd known this place would claim Estinian too, I know this is what had to be done. As by beating the mighty wings, both wind and both blow. God damn it. Where dragons made Nero again touch sky, he and the shade he bore shall soar free. Wind has stayed the fog that covered this island, and the air it no longer feels quite so stifling. But there, the wind. Sistinian's doing. My husband's gone. The other side should arrive before long. I have a single tear going down my eye, right, like my cheek right now. He did it. He found a way forward for us. The dragons remain trapped within the prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war, yet Estinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. I don't believe he's dead. And he's still fighting, just like Thancred. Yes, that price is why we could survive here. We still have a chance to stop her. I mean, the spirit they're willing to give in to despair. They're unwilling to give despair. Hi, Vicky. I'm breaking apart. I refuse to believe he's gone. Oh god, the text is getting more broken. Roads paved. Sacrifice. God, the text is going funnier by the second. As just telling Alice, they said we must continue. I think it's the sight of, like, maybe it's just me breaking. Yeah, the zone music's changing. This is the music that played in the launch trailer It's just without lyrics yet. What's that? Kind of reminds me of the World of Darkness in a way. It's got a halo on top of that thing. Sand everywhere. If not for the light emitted by these glyphs, I might as well have overlooked this monolith. See, that the bit looks like the World of Darkness. You know. If you're worried about my vision, you need a bit. I can see quite well. I've never seen Baron well for a mercy. The air is nowhere near as stale. Were it not for all the violet crystal embedded in the surface, it would appear as ordinary stone. A curious script that had been etched upon them. Alas, it's not a language within which I am familiar. Can't say I recognise it either. No, the dragons were what I call preserve the knowledge in song and eschew the written word entire, so we may assume that this is work of another race, one we have yet to encounter. Muto-clad dragons would suffer a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like knocked off when it waits for a second. What do you suppose that's over there? I'm not sure, it's hard to make out at a distance. We may find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look. Come on. Jam breaking. I refuse to believe they're gone. Ghostly figure. Got a little halo.
Baby! Baby!
Hello, travellers. This is the most unexpected occurrence. Hello there. Is this your home?
Indeed it is. Forgive me. I have forgotten an exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting with those whom are unacquainted.
You don't have interesting text. When the vibration of vocal falls, when it was still required to convey our thoughts and intention. EA? No, not EA. Ear, I believe, was the pronunciation used referring to our people. Though it's not entirely applicable given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for non-men culture to address my individual person, I believe are pronounced Copium? Copcood? I just call him Coco, or... Yeah, Coco! They are Coco. We have encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I assume we're having this conversation by the medium of ether or dynamis, that this space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive then. That is well, from there is something I wish to ask you. Like yourselves, we, Ia, are ether-based life forms. Therefore, we may be surmised by your bodies of comparable biological composition of those we have once possessed. We have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the 5 senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. In total, I prepared 198,712,180,000 3,827. That's rather a lot, isn't it? My apologies. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Cheese. Is this going to be a new greeting emote? Our heads pops off, float, and pop back on. Well, first things first, I don't have animated emotes. I almost jumped! Jeez. Though we dispensed our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered the need for our flesh and endeavoured to recreate our worthwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame for reference for sensations once exhibited by our people. We may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. And the reason you need to regain corporeal forms? Why? To bring an end to our existence, of course. Though need is perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simpler matter to unmake ourselves through the use of etheric exsanguinators, but such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. We should very much like to hear of your plans. In exchange, we will answer you any questions you may have best our ability. Such an exchange of information would be indeed prove useful. Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of Ia, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions as addictive to our tactic approval of our plans, in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, be mindful of Ia wandering the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be describable as overzealous. Now, if you'd follow me. It's going rather smoothly, not that I'm complaining, mine. Even so, you mustn't forget that their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. Little babies who want bodies to die how they want. Yay. Oh god. Yeah, why? I feel like this expansion should have a warning. It should have a warning, really. Because this is not good for one's mental state. Yeah. There needs to be a warning for this. Oh, look. Oh, hello. Hello. They're very glowy. Yeah. It's rather intense. Yeah, there needs to be a warning. Oh, it's very pretty here. Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers you will find remain idle in their domiciles, though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone structures there. You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies? And as to question and understandable, given your infinite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If in our idleness we are struck by sudden inspiration, We rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage you still. But while the others are not currently in a motile state, rest assured they will not be object by you to disturb their respect. You only cast your thoughts towards one of their crystalline domiciles to communicate. Baby ghost. You're a baby. I think it's the eyes. I think it's them eyes. Boing. Endwalker is rated as 16 with only warnings about violence and drugs. Yeah, that needs to be emotional stuff. There's no response. Oh, that's the ether, right? Oh, that's a weird one. It's different from the one down there. You wish to speak? Very well, pray a moment if you would. Alright. How's their quests? How do spooky ghosts give quests? Well, not ghosts, but memories, emotions. If you're sure, I'll tell you. Just remember, what form did I take when I last merged? Is that spiders running off in the distance? That's what Peggy said. Let me see what ESRB said. Okay. Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? I see. If they fail to answer, it's likely because their minds are unraveled due to the prolonged idleness. They're naught but concentrated ether now. Worry not, there are none others who need those lodgings, and they will not prove a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some few did answer your request for an audience test. I imagine they will be with us ere long. I drink. I should take a break, actually. Oh. More babies! May I introduce you to Lack, Dudek, and Ned. It has been so long, Cod. I dare say, Third 4 has since completed an orbit. Indeed, until the travelers brought it to my attention, I haven't noticed how unraveled some had become. Travelers are, of course, the ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. And just rest my voice for a bit. Who's speaking? By the way, Cod, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travelers? Which one is expected to do when receiving guests? A matter of proper form. Ah, yes. So long has it been had I completely escaped my mind, and still it does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for an answer. Come now, Ninette. The archives have long been frozen, lest we subject ourselves to further dolor. Surely you recall that much. Ah, of course. Food. Their custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their ether. By contributing to replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. That's right! That's right! We duly invite you to join us in a communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. If we have the chance to learn something, I see no reason to decline. Excellent. If you care to follow, I shall feast you on the purest ether. This place is interesting. Right, Omicron? No! Not Omicron! Right, I'm gonna go be back like a few minutes. I just want to go stretch my legs and whatnot because we've been streaming for quite a bit. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Stretch. All right, I'm back in a bit. All right. Right, I'm back. I think I might know. Right. I was basically told for this final trial, there's no... So, in the other trial, there was a trust trial. Let me get back in. There was a trust trial. But... apparently I was told there's no trust trial for this one, and I think I might know why. Because I think... like, we'll lose 2 more of our party. I think we'll lose 2 more of our party, and then we'll go in dungeon, and then there'll be a trial there, not trust there. But with only 3 of our members, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be Raha, Alphino, and Alice. So that means Yashtola and Oriage are going to disappear. And then by the trial time, they're all going to disappear. So yeah. Yeah, I can't do a trust. But yeah. We should just sometimes use the word restaurant. Restaurant? Wait. The text is getting worse. The text! You brace yourself for a rush of sweet, sweet ether, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a bit longer. I had a big one, didn't I? You brace yourself again, but again, nothing seems to happen. Just like feared, the meticulously as one might recreate the EA's home. This is ultimate fool. One can't simply generate ether here. Wait, what'd she say? To the very truth of their existence, very much like the phantoms of recreated Amarok. Our appearances may seem, they may ever be mindful that the memories of the dead with whom we deal.
You have no power here.
Did you feel evil? We eat. Through your mouths, you say? How very primitive and quaint. To feed their mouths serve not only to expel sound, but draw in substance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our existence. Though we regret we could not partake in your magnificent feast, rest assured that we will feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we could not fail but to wonder, wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh, and hence to vanish? Will you not favour us with the explanation? Your flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. When Ea yet possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believed it would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. Oh, this is what Meeting was talking about, this race. Too short to enjoy hurried and slow, yet too long to be considered disposable. We managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Thus changed, we have more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make even greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations, until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came to being and explain all extant phenomena, and hence predict the future. If we could but achieve this, we believed we could be free from uncertainty and anxiety. And did you find the answers you sought? Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, is it not our duty to warn them? What thinkest thou? We've deliberated and come to a consensus. If you're resolved to know, we'll disclose you the truth we discovered, the truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the abode, the place called Elegia. A fundamental truth. You'll hear it, of course. Let us learn what is learned that is such an enlightened people in this indolent end. Infinite sign! Infinity! Ere we join the ear, there is one trifling matter I would fain investigate. Kingsley, Raha, might I trouble you for your assistance? Well, of course. Okay, so we shall head outside the boat if you're kind of following. I'm a bit worried that Yashara wants to know. Because that's what she is, like, wants to know. It's like, know more. Right, this is too far away. Go, mount up! No! 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 Oh, there's some spooky ones there. Other one. Other one. Hello. I have popcorn, by the way. Special serve. No! I dropped popcorn! No! Come back. Come back. Got it. I have got it. Ow. Is this a spring you wish to investigate? Pray forgive me, my friends. There is naught to investigate. 'Twas but a pretense to speak in private. You have our undivided attention. As we establish here in Ultima Thule, those dozens of ruined stars we are recreated in the twilight days. Yet one question doth arise in my mind. So faithfully formed are the Simka, they believe themselves yet amongst the living. How does I suppose this is possible? Meteor made contact with them when they were still lived? She did say that there was a race there. Like she contacted. I don't know. She did take her heart, their hearts into herself. She did say that. I'm inclined to agree. If Meteor can take the emotions of others as her own, then I dare say she would be able to recreate them more faithfully as she relied on any historical account. By which August she must have visited them while they still lived, the dragons and Ea both. Because remember, like, the dragons arrived on our planet after Amarok disappeared. Like, after the Ancients disappeared. So they came after. So, yeah. So did the Iferos. Upon that assumption, consider how those two races may yet have met their demise. According to thine own tale, Meteon perceiveth the emotion of those nearby as her own. A heightened sense of empathy intrinsic of her nature as a Endwalker. In the course of her star-faring journey, if she encountered beings who strongly desired a cessation of their existence, she would be powerless. She would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possesses the power to grant it the power of Dynamis. 'Tis my supposition that overwhelmed by their longing for death, Meteon did unleash Dynamis and usher the dragons and Ea to their doom. Imagine if all this could have been avoided if one person asked the more specific question. Oh god. In the great terminus, however, a fervent desire for the end is essential. In this place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Why'd you tell us this now? Never again would I betray your trust. This pledge I did make unto my comrades. In bringing thee to my confidence, I remain true to my word. As for thee, let us consider it a fitting reward for the secrets I harboured for the Crystal Exarch. I once placed my faith in thy chosen path, walking thy side full, knowing that we were bound for thy demise. I ask now that thou returnest the favour and abide in faith as I fulfil my own destiny. If you say my debt has come due, how am I to refuse? This indelicate of me, I know full well that I can but beg thy forgiveness. Yet even I must needs go such lengths, I cannot well feign ignorance of the answer I found within. The answer to question, in what moment might I stand strongest? After all we've been through, I only say this. Do what you must and see your conviction through. I shall, my friend. I shall. Without further ado then, let's go and join our comrades. That's not a nice conversation. Let's be off to... They really need a warning for this. They need a warning. Sorry, I'm being silent because I just don't know how to put stuff into words, really. There seems to be a cutscene going on here. Alright. It seems everyone is accounted for, shall we then?
Please, continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not.
I gave him the wrong voice.
We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated. Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter into an eternal ice age. In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort.
But you don't know when that is, like...
Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost.
Here's the thing, they probably know the time, but there's probably millions of them.
Civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators. Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls. Though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture. Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish. If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
So that's your story. While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the Air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't!
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, it is when understood for oneself
Say bye to your Y'shtola,
that
chap.
knowledge attains its true value.
Say goodbye to your waifu.
This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught, but I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all.
Coco, no!
But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you. And we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
Keep calm and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it. Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on, and do not look back.
I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm not listening.
I shall join thee.
Aww.
As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
They're going together.
Riange.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality. Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn. Alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Aetheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.